Hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to make a cool little, very fast sculpture out of something as simple as 2 baseball cards. So this only uses 2 baseball cards. It's obviously very abstract. I was originally thinking of a wave as my inspiration, but you can see it's very much gone in a different direction. So you only have 2 days to do this assignment. It's not glued together. It's notched together. So I'm going to talk to you about a couple different things related to this. So our goal is to create something 3D. You're also trying to make it interesting from all sides, so it shouldn't just have a front. And then you're hoping to transform the cards. So when I look at the end creation, I really should not see any baseball cards, or if I see that imagery, it's really shifted. All right, so I'm going to show you these following techniques: doors, windows, notching, and then if you want, you can paint. If you're going to paint your cards, which is what I did just to switch up the color, we've got a lot of extra colors left over from our painting project. So you can apply some color, you can apply, fully cover it, but you have to give yourself time for these to dry. So I did one side, I let it sit for about 10 minutes while I played around with the other card, and then I switched and painted the other side. It's just something to transform it if you'd like. Okay, so doors, first of all. So doors, it basically means that I'm cutting in 2 sides and then I fold it the rest of the way. So if I was going to do one more door on this side, what it would look like is either I'm cutting at the bottom of the door and the top, or 2 sides that connect for an interior. But once you have those cuts, what you can do is just fold it one way or the other. Now all of a sudden it's a door that can be opened or closed. These are interior doors, so I made a V and then I pulled it back. You can cut with the X-Acto knife. You can also cut doors out with scissors. So if I want something here that kind of comes at a weird angle, I'm going to cut a longer line on one side, shorter on the other, and then I can fold it back. Okay? So those are all examples of doors that you can cut out. Windows is a little more simple. It basically means you're creating negative space, so you're creating openings. And so I could do the same thing with my X-Acto knife, cutting an interior space, right? Cutting on all 3 sides this time. Keep in mind the cards are harder paper, so you might have to use your X-Acto knife a few times to kind of cut the correct shape. But you can also kind of avoid that if you wanted to cut some windows on the edge. So I can go and just use my scissors. That creates funkier shapes because the scissors are easier to cut with. All right, next one, notching. This is the big part in order to get it to stand up. So this is one card cut, and now it creates a stand that I can work off of. This is another form of notching. So in this case, it's one card, and the bottom I just cut with these kind of zigzag lines. So I'll show you how I did it. You can do as many or as few of these kind of tabs as you want. The first ones that I did all at the same height. So if I pull it back, you can see they're all the same height, and then I just crisscrossed which way they fold so it stands. These ones I did at alternating heights. So I'm gonna fold one this way, fold one that way, and this way it's gonna sit at a diagonal. Okay, so I've got them folded. Now you can see it stands a little bit at a different angle. Okay, so that's one form of notching. The notching with 2 cards, this is a really cool way of doing it. If I pull them apart, because remember I'm not using glue, I cut one line into one card and then a matching line on the other side. Now I put those 2 openings together and it creates your base. Now from here, if I want to add other details, let's say I want to add something that kind of comes off here and breaks up this line, I can go and cut just a little line and then place it on. Now it'll stay with just one notch here, but if I want it to sit a little more securely, I can go and notch where it's attaching to as well. Now it's a little bit more secure. All right, so you have just 2 periods, 2 class days to create your sculptures. Remember, you're looking for something fun, funky, weird, but using 3-dimensional space, creating negative spaces, and having fun.